Filter is when you narrow down on the data that you are processing so that you can focus on only uh, that part of the data that is relevant to answering the kind of question that the kind of objective that you want to achieve with your script. Um, Another operation you can perform is a projection. Uh, let's talk a little bit about what filter and projection really mean. So in this file, if I only want to find the rainfall, I am not interested in observations around snowfall, temperature, etc. So I could filter my data so that I retain only the observations for precipitation. And once I do that, I can, when I, out of all of this data, I might only want the weather station and the particular rainfall on a given date. So I could project just these data elements as part of my output. Uh, you could also order, that is, you could sort your data in different ways. You could group the data. So you might group, in this case, you might group on a particular um, weather station ID, for example, to find the rainfall from different dates in the year. You could join. If there are two data sets that have common data elements, you could join data from one of these with data elements in the other data set. Um, you could also do union. So if I had multiple data sets that were similar, I could, when I process them, I could bring them together into a single data set by performing a union. And lastly, when I'm ready to persist the information that is to be output from my pig script, let's say to a file, I could store the data. So these are the different operations you could perform. Let's it, in Apache Pig, you can load data from multiple sources. These could just be files on, let's say, files in a file system or in HDFS. But you could also write loaders that, for example, read data from a database or from, let's say, a REST endpoint and then made that data available to Pig. Pig itself comes with a default loader that is called the Pig loader. So let's first uh, begin to load the data that we have. In the file using, I could just do this, in which case Pig will use the default Pig loader. However, the default Pig loader considers the data to be tab separated. In our case, because the data is comma separated, we can explicitly tell the Pig storage loader that we want to load this file, which is comma separated. Every legal statement in Pig ends with a semicolon. Load in this case is a keyword for Pig. It is not case sensitive, but I'm highlighting it by writing it in all uppercase. And